you ride for manipulation and bullying.
Yes, exactly. Always.
Quote that. Editor, please quote that part out.
Wow. And you were talking shit the other week about Sabrina Carpenter doing that. I just called you the fuck out.
And I would text Bad Bunny and be like, send me news.
Hey, papi. Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to our amazing podcast. I'm Patty Pop Culture.
And I'm Out on the Flop.
And we are
The Main Pop Boys.
Back for another episode. We got renewed for a third episode because the crazy views on the first two.
Yeah,
So,
we have not flopped.
ooh. Slowly taking over the whole fucking world. But we just want to reiterate, like, no one has their finger on the pulse of what's going on in pop culture like us. We were actually going over this last night. We don't mean to cause drama, but like no influencers like really get it like we do. So
I just, at the the way you like say that, you're like
like,
wait,
just,
let me
just
I
like,
feel like I can't see you.
yeah, I was like, hey,
I was like-
why? What the fucking fern? Is this a fern?
No,
I
that
actually
should
need
be
a fake plant for my apartment.
The whole thing just like collapses.
Anyway, did you listen to the Doja Cat album?
I listened to some of it. Did you like it?
She is like fucking weird. She's the weirdest person on this whole fucking planet.
I was actually thinking when I was listening to the songs, I was like, what was going through her mind when she was recording this album?
Like, did you listen to Agora Hills?
Yes. That's like the new single that she's promoting from it.
What? Like, when I was listening to that, I felt like worms were crawling up my body. Like, I wanted to turn it off immediately.
I was so surprised by that one too because
My phone just vibrated in my cooch and I was like, ah. It was like, anyway.
And now this is when it switches to the porno.
the porn.
The porno. But no, when I was
All right.
But no, when I was listening to that song, I was so surprised though because I thought the album was going to be like hard, like rap, kind of like Nicki's music in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And like Paint the Town Red, I thought it was going to be more so like that. But Paint the Town Red is really different from any other song on the album.
I know. I thought it was gonna be really edgy, dark, and then she's in Agora Hill. She's like, "I'm still Lily in my mansion. Can you come over? I want to show you off." Like, that's literally
how she sounds in it too.
Oh, why is she doing
The
that
voice-
nerdy like Blink 182 voice, but in a rapping way?
She's trying to like rap, but in cursive.
Yes, she's trying to rap, but with like braces and massive buck teeth. Like, babe, I miss you so much, and no one does it like you.
I was like, who told her this was a good idea?
She's the biggest troll. Her and Elon Musk are competing for biggest troll on the planet award.
She's literally trolling throughout the whole album.
Literally.
The whole album.
We should get into that a bit more later because I feel like I have so much to say about it and she's so insane. Maybe she'll be the person who I'm fangirling over this episode just so we can like have a space to talk about her. But okay, so this is a segment where basically we just look into the camera, give a really bold statement that might offend like a lot of people and then don't explain it at all. Here's my statement. Camila Cabello was the most valuable asset to Fifth Harmony, and that's why she got all the solos. It wasn't an intramural sport. Not everyone had to play.
Period. You don't have to explain yourself.
And I wasn't going to.
You're ready for my statement?
I'm so excited for your statement.
It is so powerful. It's very short, but powerful.
It's very short, like Nick Jonas.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Sabrina Carpenter was never the problem.
I'll give a big snap to that. I completely agree. All right. So the first segment we're going to talk about today is the biggest news going on in the music world. That's like the big, like this is our like ABC news moment. Like this is what everyone wants to fucking hear. This is the meat. So the biggest news going on right now, Adam, why don't you start us off?
So the biggest news going on right now is I feel like there is some sort of PR war going on between Joe Jonas's PR team and Sophie Turner's PR team. And it's actually crazy because there's just so much that keeps coming out about their divorce and Sophie Turner suing him now. what are your thoughts on all of this? Because this is like there's so much to the point where I'm just like, this is like wild. It's giving like it's giving like sort of like the Ariana and
oh yeah,
and what's her ex-husband's name?
Dalton.
Ariana and Dalton
know.
Gomez. It's giving like the PR thing between like them. There was always kind of like reports that were very different from each other.
I know. I love that you forgot his name because Dalton is like, in my opinion, like relegated back to obscurity.
Yeah,
no one knows him anymore. Ariana kept all the clout because of the prenup. He got none. So basically, Joe Jonas is obviously in one of the biggest boy bands in the world. We're a boy group as well. Yeah. The main pop boys.
We're like bigger than the Jonas Brothers now.
Yeah, we're selling out stadiums. But so this is why this is such big news, and I feel like it's almost like a wall was knocked down in like a perfect American home. Like we see Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner as this like Hollywood couple who just has it together, and their whole brand is like having wives and being perfect American dads. So the fact that it's getting to be such a brutal divorce is like really upsetting.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you have all heard. Basically, there was a smear campaign going on, seemingly with Joe's PR team just smearing Sophie Turner, saying things like, she's the reason for their divorce because she drinks too much. We wouldn't know anything about drinking too much.
Yeah, we don't know nothing. We're angels.
Yeah, like we've only been on a bender for like 2 weeks. But she drinks too much. She parties too much. She's never home. When she's working, she will not go home for the kids at all. And like Joe Jonas, when he's on tour, he still watches the kids and as if he's like babysitting his own kids, but they're like your own kids, bro. Like you kind of signed up for that when you didn't wear a condom. So basically, there's just like a million reasons why she was the problem. They're painting her out to be like this peak Lindsay Lohan era, just partier, degenerate, going downhill, and Joe Jonas was this put together American dad. And I never expected it to get to a place where Sophie was going to sue Joe.
Yeah, and honestly, his PR team is going like, they're going out of their way to make him seem like he's like the best dad. Like, did you see after that report came out that basically she was like a partier and like wouldn't be a good mother? He was spotted out in public just like with their baby.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, this is just giving such like PR stunt. I was like, are you kidding me? This is so staged. And it got to the point where it's just like, PR teams, like they should know better not to stage stuff like that, because people nowadays are like smart enough to know that that's like, come on.
Yeah, the internet detectives, like exactly the people who this podcast is made for, know that would be staged. Like
exactly.
Us on Stan Twitter, we get each other. Like we know that that's some bullshit. Did you see it was at the same restaurant that Joshua Bassett and Sabrina Carpenter went to?
Yeah, and then
to get their photo taken.
I saw Sabrina Stans quoting it and be like, only Sabrina Stans will know this location.
Oh no. Yeah, is that in LA?
I think it's in New York, because I think Joe Jonas lives in New York or something. I don't know. Maybe he lives there.
It was giving like coffee shop, but that's where
maybe
Sean.
It wasn't LA. I don't know. I thought it.
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
Yeah,
maybe
it may have been in New York too. That's why I was thinking. I was like, I feel like I heard it was in New York, but if not, we should like go there.
Yeah, let's go.
Like see if there's paparazzi.
Like
yeah, like kiss outside to get our photo taken.
Do like a review of the coffee shop.
I'm just kidding, but Sean and Camila went there too when they were breaking up. The photos of Camila crying, like, "Why are you leaving me?" And Sean's like, "You're just not my type."
That's exactly how it sounds. He's like, "Sorry, but it's just not working out.
There's things on my For You page that I like more than you."
I'm sure you can infer what they are. Mama.
Señorita. Anyway, that's where you go to get your photo taken. So Joe was like, I feel like he hired like some Gen Z like PR person just like smear Sophie, and I feel super bad about the whole thing. And I was under the impression some legal drama was about to happen when Joe was at his concert at stadiums. I didn't know the Jonas Brothers sell out stadiums.
How are they doing that? I don't know anybody who's a Jonas Brothers stan.
There are seat fillers going on there.
People are getting paid to attend the concert.
Cause like no shade to them. Name 5 Jonas Brothers songs. Quickly, go.
I literally can name like Year 3000, Sucker.
That's it. Introducing Me from Camp Rock 2. I love that song.
Yeah.
By Nick. But yeah,
I can't do it. I'm like trying hard, so I'm like, wait.
I can name more Nick Jonas solo songs.
Yeah.
The Nick Jonas solo era was like,
that was low-key good. His song with Tubelu.
Yes.
Tubelu.
Period.
Tubelu.
I love Tuvelo.
Wait, maybe I should obsess over her for this episode.
Yeah.
I
what if
fucking love
we
her.
were like, please welcome to the podcast, Tuvelo. She's like, hi everyone. She's like, hi. Gotta stay high all the time. Still missing him. Anyway, I don't know how they sell stadiums, but he was on stage and he was like, if you don't hear it from these lips, from these dick-sucking lips, it's not fact.
Yeah.
And I was like, Joe, no celebrity like lets their wife or ex-wife, it doesn't matter, the mother of their children get slandered in the press for a week straight and you had nothing to do with it.
It's funny because you know that when those initial reports came out that he was getting a divorce, you know he was like, oh, the internet's so going to be on my side after he was like bashing Sophie Turner in those articles. But I'm so happy because instantly when those reports came out, people were on Sophie's side.
Yeah, we're in like an anti-misogynist time.
Yeah.
If this was
2016 during the T Swift hate train.
That's what I was exactly about to say. If this was 2016, Sophie would have been 6 feet under in her Reputation era.
Oh, she would be over. She would be releasing her her Reputation album like next year.
But now it's like she's the queen of the North. Like, we don't let that shit slide.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk about how Taylor Swift was just seen out with Sophie Turner. Is that?
Sophie Turner. It's funny. Taylor Swift, like, I feel like Taylor Swift kind of like loves inserting herself into things that she has no business being part of.
I know. No, I mean, she does though. No, this is the revenge of the 18-year-old Taylor Swift who got broken up with over the phone by Joe Jonas in 27 seconds.
And she put him on blast on the Ellen show.
Imagine if you were like dating someone at 18 and they called you and they were like, hey, it's just not working out.
Over voicemail.
Wait, can we let's
reenact it? Yeah, okay.
Beep,
I'll be
boop, boop,
Taylor,
boop,
you be
boop.
Joe.
Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring.
Joe?
Hey, Taylor. What are you doing right now? Is this a bad time?
No, I'm just writing some songs about you. They're about love and how much I really appreciate our relationship.
Oh, well, hey, babe, I appreciate you too. And like the last 6 months we spent together, but I just saw this really sexy, hot actress and her ass is just so much fatter than you. Her tits are bigger than you, so we're gonna break up.
Wait, you're ending it?
Sorry,
with me?
I'm going through a tunnel.
No, Joe, please.
No,
please.
I'm going through a tunnel. I'm never gonna text you again.
No. Now I have to write songs about a breakup. I thought this was gonna be a happy album.
You said forever and always took a major turn. After that, it was so different. But apparently Sophie didn't even know Joe was breaking up with her face to face. Like, she found out Joe was divorcing her in the media.
But that's like strange too, because it's like, wouldn't she at least like see the signs? Like, they definitely were having like issues, but also she was on their tour with them. And even like after those initial reports came out, she was still like going to their shows. So that was like one thing where I was like, huh, interesting. But maybe it's just because like they have kids. So it's like,
I don't know. I just like, I can't imagine seeing I'm getting divorced through like TMZ. That's just so humiliating and embarrassing. Like, I need to know for months before the public knows like what's about to happen. But apparently they had a fight on August 15th, the day before my birthday.
wow.
And then that's when Joe decided he wanted to get a divorce. So he divorced her on September 1st. She didn't find out till September 6th.
Oh.
When the news broke that my husband chose to divorce me 5 days ago.
What would be your reaction if you found that out through the media?
I would just text him and be like, is this real?
I'd be like...
And then if it was real, I would immediately call the FBI, SWAT his house, and hire a hitman to kill him in his sleep.
I mean, if TMZ is reporting on it like it's real, I'd be like, what happens?
Yeah, I would like leak his nudes or something like immediately. I'd be so pissed.
Evil.
Okay, but anyway, in this divorce, Joe apparently served her with a court order that said neither of them are allowed to relocate their kids. And their kids, in Joe's mind, were in Florida, so that's where he wanted them to stay. Sophie wanted them to stay in England. Like, that's where they wanted like their permanent home to be. But Joe took them to Florida. So in Sophie's mind, she was like, no, their permanent home is England. So that's why she sued him. This was all over the kids. like that is why they're going to court. So Sophie filed a lawsuit against Joe Jonas asking that he returns the kids to their permanent residence in England, alleging that the singer had the kids wrongfully removed and wrongfully detained since September 20th. So she's saying the father of their kids is like wrongfully abducting and detaining their kids in a place where they don't want to be. In the lawsuit obtained by Rolling Stones, the actress claimed that she and Joe Jonas had agreed to make England their forever home in December 2022, and they were in the process of buying a home in April before she was filming Joan this summer. Then she said Joe refuses to return the passports to Sophie and refuses to send the children home to England. That is why she is now suing him.
Florida of all places.
Yeah, like Florida, like you want to raise a Florida man.
You really want a Florida family? Like, come on now. I used to live in Florida. It's not that clutch.
Joe Jonas being a Florida man just makes sense to me.
It makes sense. He seems like
all the scariest headlines in the world start with a Florida man did this, a Florida man did that.
It actually makes total sense that he's sort of being a little whack right now because he's a Florida man. He wants to be a Florida man.
Should we refer to him as the Florida man,
for the
rest of this podcast? Okay, so
the Florida man.
The Florida man. So this was the Florida man's response. He put out like a legal response to this. The statement asserts that the musician is seeking shared parenting with the kids so that they are raised by both mother and the father. And of course, this also means that they will be in the US and the UK. So he's like, girl, like I can't just send them to the UK forever because I live here and now we're divorced. Like, how can that be their permanent home?
Right.
The Florida man also said that his kids have spent the vast majority of their lives in the US. So he thinks it's fair if they are here for longer. The Florida man then went on and said, this is an unfortunate legal disagreement about marriage that is sadly ending. When language like abduction is used, it's misleading at best and a serious abuse of the legal system at worst. The children were not abducted. He wants Sophie to reconsider her harsh manner of going about this. The Florida man has already disavowed any and all statements I don't know this word. Purportedly made on his behalf that were disparaging of Sophie. He's saying he didn't make those statements still. Those were totally someone else who was smearing his wife's name through the mud. They were made without he said they were made without his approval. Mm-hmm. And they're not consistent with his views on Sophie. So he doesn't think she's partying trash.
So interesting. Then why did those reports come out? Did they just make that up about her? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I feel like that's where the PR thing comes in. It's just like, okay, you have to be telling your PR team something for them to put out these statements.
Exactly. Did all the press outlets just like get together in a group text and be like, let's smear Sophie. Let's like make a thing about this. And I feel like Sophie would only retaliate in such an intense way.
I was so annoyed though when I saw those reports being like, oh, she loves partying. Like she's like what, 26 years old? Of course she's gonna love partying. She's in her 20s. Let her live her life. She can be a mom and love partying.
No, exactly. Like,
and like the fact that was supposed
she's
to be
not a regular mom. She's a cool mom.
The fact that her partying was supposed to be an insult, like, just really pissed me off because it's like,
a little party never killed anybody.
It's like
Joe Jonas gets drunk on stage.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, the Florida man, he's like on tour, like probably partying after every show. Maybe that's why they're getting divorced. Maybe he's the real partier.
Mm-hmm. He needs to take his little finger and put it in the mirror. Because he's the problem. He was seen out with Nick after all this was going on. Well, Sophie was seen out with Taylor. I feel like Taylor spills, like, I need to be at a dinner party with Taylor Swift when the tea is going down. If there's one thing Taylor Swift loves in this life, it's the fucking drama.
She loves the tea. And like, like right when she saw those reports, she like hit up Sophie and was like, hey girl, like, how you doing? Like, let's get coffee next week.
Yeah, she was like, let's get lunch at the Temple Bar on Lafayette Street.
right after my session at Electric Studios.
Oh yeah, she's always there. That's also where Olivia recorded her album.
I wonder if they ever like intercepted. Met up. Yeah,
they were in the hallway,
like when Cardi and Nicki saw each other.
Oh my god, yeah.
At Fashion Week.
Olivia always has a security guard there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like if I could know all the tea that Taylor Swift knows, just about everything in her life and all her celebrity friends' life, like I could die happily. You know, when people in the FBI are like, if I tell you the moon landing's fake, I have to kill you immediately after, like I could die immediately after like knowing all that tea.
Right. She knows everything too about like everyone.
I know.
Not even, and I feel like she is the type of person, she was probably like, oh, I want to hang out with Sophie because I want her to be my source. She didn't want to like necessarily trust what she was reading online.
Yeah.
Which I like that she did that. I like that she was just like so quick to be like a girl's girl and go out to eat with Sophie. Sophie's probably like going through, I mean, she is going through a hard time right now. So the fact that Taylor's there for her is so cute. It makes me want to cry.
I know. No, and she's been there on a much shorter scale when she was like 18 with Mr. Perfectly Fine, Joe Jonas. But the lyrics in that song, like, they don't lie. She was like, Mr. Insincere Apology, so he doesn't look like the bad guy. Like, this whole thing is so he doesn't look like the bad guy. And the bridge of that song, it's like he likes to pretend like he's so far above everyone. He's always in the right place at the right time.
Even just like casually cruel, like that statement is just like so powerful because
yeah,
he like acts like this like cool guy, like part of the boy band, like on tour right now, but his actions are cruel.
The fact that he casually divorced her after an argument and she didn't find out for 5 days, like that's casually cruel. So I love how Taylor Swift can just write the most perfect songs that can depict someone's whole character, even when they're so young.
And even though that was so long ago, I'm like, okay, has he really changed that much since then? Like,
no.
Taylor probably, she was ahead of her time with that one.
Yeah, and this whole backtracking just proves like he's really still Mr. Perfectly Fine. So. Yeah. But that's the fucking tea. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, what are your predictions on it? Like, what do you think's gonna happen with this lawsuit?
I think Sophie will prevail and she will be on the throne in the end in this Game of Thrones.
I think that it is over for Mr. Florida Man.
Yeah.
And I think he's just digging himself into a deeper hole, you know?
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing because he's the only Jonas brother without a wife now.
Yeah, and you were saying earlier, like, that's their brand. That was their whole brand, too.
Maybe Priyanka and Nick will get divorced soon.
I could see that 100%.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I feel, yeah, he's been wanting to.
We don't need to get into Priyanka, but she's seen as, like, a mean girl.
Yeah.
So, Nick is too good. Like, I don't know.
But
you didn't hear it from me, but I just think Nick is a little too sexy for that. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment. This is the current state of Stan Twitter. Ding, ding, ding.
Bum, bum, bum.
Do you want to introduce it?
Yes. So, Patty, what is the current state of Stan Twitter?
Okay. So the current state of Stan Twitter is like there's major beef going on with someone else who I didn't know had fans. You know what? Do you know fucking what? I didn't know the Michael Jackson fan army was really still going alive and strong, considering he's not alive and strong anymore. Mm-hmm. But do you know who people think is Michael Jackson level famous? Chris Brown.
Can you name 5 Chris Brown songs?
Oh. If there's like a saw trap tied to my body and my like eyes will get like sucked out of my head and like my ribs will be ripped open if I can't name 5 Chris Brown songs, I would die.
Loki, I'm trying to think right now, and I don't even know if I can name one. I can name songs that he's like featured on.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Mr. Feature King, never the lead.
Yeah.
The only song I'm thinking of right now is a song where he's like, I woke up in Chris Brown's body.
And he's a feature on that song.
And that's like a joke song.
Yeah.
That's like a Weird Al song.
Literally. And so we obviously cannot name 5 Chris Brown songs.
Wait. My favorite part in that song is when Kendall Jenner has a verse.
A little
Kendall
cameo.
Jenner's on the song.
I'm Kendall Jenner. I got a vagina. I'm gonna explore that right now. Holy shit, I got a vagina. I'm gonna learn the inner workings of a woman.
If I woke up in Kendall Jenner's body, the first thing I would do is apologize. I'm Kendall Jenner. I'm so sorry for everything I did. I'd be like, this is like, let me help her out.
You would save her image.
I would save her image. And I would text Bad Bunny and be like, send me nudes.
Hey, papi.
So yeah, this is the current state of Stan Twitter. How do we go down that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Chris Brown.
So we were just saying we can't name 5 Chris Brown songs. And the reason we're saying that is because Chris Brown said that no one can name 5 Tinashe songs.
He's also coming for your fave, Selena.
And he came for my fave, Selena, as well. So Chris Brown is just annoying for coming for my faves in 1. But 2, thinking that he's like relevant enough right now to like speak down on the pop girls. You know what I mean?
I know. He like took time out of his constant presence in court to hop on Twitter.
And the reason he said, oh, no one can name 5 Tinashe songs is because Tinashe did an interview with Zach Sang and was basically saying that their collaboration that they released years ago, Tinashe didn't really want to put out because, and this is the part that Chris Brown missed of the interview, I guess. Tinashe said that she didn't want to release the song because the song was more of a pop sound and Chris Brown is an R&B artist. But Chris Brown just saw the report saying that Tinashe was embarrassed about releasing a collab with Chris Brown and R. Kelly, which she said she was embarrassed about the R. Kelly one, but about Chris Brown, she was just like, yeah, it just didn't make sense because it was a pop song. And so Chris Brown just saw those headlines, just ran with it, and was like, name 5 Tinashe songs or die, go.
Yeah.
And I got so mad by that. Because I can name like so many Tinashe songs. I love her. She was the girl I was fangirling over last week.
Yeah, like we got her
like,
back.
Tinashe, like I will ride for her always. And Chris Brown, he's always trying to get himself into some sort of just like trouble with women. And it's like,
specifically, yeah.
And I see so many people defending him online too. And it's like, you're still defending Chris Brown in 2023.
They defend him with the most like weak arguments that are totally devoid of logic, that are completely just distant from reality.
Yeah.
And like the last ditch effort of how to defend someone. Like, you know, when you're wrong in an argument, but you'll kind of just say anything to sound right. It's like that. Like, there's nothing they can really say to defend. We don't even need to say what happened in 2009 because it was so like horrible. And I don't know how you can forgive someone for that, especially when Rihanna not only has those photos, but also said she thought he was going to kill her.
I literally think that people who forgave him and people who still like ride for him online, they just do it because they think he's hot.
Yeah.
It's just like how, like, is there anything about his personality that you can possibly enjoy?
No, he's so angry. Like a part of me, I wouldn't say I feel bad for Chris Brown, but I feel upset for his soul. Like, he's really angry all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not just a one-off incident that we can like forgive him for. I have this whole list of crimes he's committed and reasons he's been in court. This is just a quick list. We'll run down before we get back to the Tinashe thing on why we don't like Chris Brown just off the bat. He stole a woman's phone after she took a photo with him and hit her in the head in February 2012. He shoved a woman to the ground in a nightclub, leaving her torn ligaments in her right knee in June 2013. He had a third-degree assault report filed after a woman was forcibly ejected from his bus by him after she refused to give up her mobile phone, September 2015. Brown avoided charges after a woman accused him of punching her in the face and taking her phone in a Las Vegas nightclub, January 2016. His female tour manager claimed he threatened her with a brutal physical attack, May 2016. He was detained by the LAPD following a standoff at his home where a woman had accused the singer of threatening her life with a gun in August 2018. Chris Brown and 2 accomplices were in custody in Paris after a woman filed report of sexual assault, against him in April 2019. He came out and said that a female lead band member were the type of people he wished walked in front of a speeding bus in January 2019.
You see, so the incident from 2009, people can't even make an excuse of it being like so long ago anymore because the latest thing that you just said was in 2019, which wasn't that long ago. So
there was
like,
more.
So, I mean, yeah, and there's been like more recent things too, I feel. So it's not like you can just be like, oh, that was so long ago, like we can forget about it. Like, no, he's actively problematic.
Actively. Not, I would even say that's like problematic. I would say that's downright a danger to society.
Evil.
Yeah, that's not just slightly problematic. It's massively evil.
Yeah. And it's something that should just not be forgiven.
To be fair, I think the last report on that list was from 2020. Congratulations for not threatening anyone for 3 years.
For 3 years.
But I'm sure he has. Maybe his legal team just like got better.
I just can't with him. I think that like Selena honestly ate with her reaction when she found out that he was nominated for the R&B category at the VMAs. She was literally like,
Yeah, so this is why he's after Selena too. So now he's after 2 more women, Tinashe and Selena. Why is so? Wait, was really the only reason he was after Selena because of her reaction?
Yeah, that's literally all what happened. And then he was like, I don't know, all these people with all these followers, like clearly talking about Selena because she's like the most followed person on Instagram. What was the actual thing that he said?
So he reposted this. These are his friend's word, but he co-signed it by reposting it on his Instagram. He said these guys are secretly fans. Well, he said the N-word, but I think he was referring to like Selena when he said that. Because anyway, he said, bleep, be secretly fans behind closed doors and listen to Chris Brown music just as much as we do. But then go on a political hate campaign and take the position of bashing, bleep, referring to Chris. Shaking my head. These are the same people who advocate against bullying and being treated fair, but then they want to sub Chris Brown and smear him in front of the world. I'm not going to watch it go down anymore and not step in front of every bullet. I don't give a fuck who you are or how many followers you have, how many followers you weirdos got. We're not doing that. Shout out to my bro for not losing his sanity at this point, because it's so hard for him not to lose his sanity. But he's clearly talking about Selena Gomez because she has the most followers in the world. She advocates against bullying, even though I do think she bullies people sometimes. Not in this case. She like definitely didn't bully Chris Brown. She gave a really noble, logical reaction when Chris Brown is still getting awards.
And it was funny too because she was on Instagram like commenting on people's posts about like they were just like news posts about her reaction, and her comment was like, "Who cares?" LOL.
Yeah. Oh
like,
my god. Wait,
did
she?
Like, yeah, she was just so like unbothered by it. Which is just like kind of funny. But Tinashe, I feel like, did you see how someone from like TMZ approached her yesterday? And then she was like, I mean, I'm always like down to talk if he wants to. Like, it's always love. Like, she hasn't said like anything shady, and she could. She could be so shady. And I feel like Tinashe is honestly like, she's proving that she's the bigger person by not like being super shady about this. And her reaction was literally like, anyway, stream a new song Needs.
Yeah, she was so calm and cool, collected. Well, Chris Brown threw a fit. Yeah. Which is the name of a Tinashe song. I love that song. Throw a Fit. That's my favorite Tinashe song. But that's not the only thing. Many. Yeah, so he said exactly like, quote, name 5 Tinashe songs or die. Everybody's dead. We can name 5 Tinashe songs right off the fucking bat. Super Love, 2-1, All Hands on Deck, Throw a Fit, X, Leave Room for Us.
You're naming so many.
Yeah, it's one like do you think about me? There's just a lot.
So many bops. Like her discography is full of bops, and for him to say that is just really ignorant.
It's just false. Yeah. And then he says he didn't stop there. He said, she full of dat evil. Shawty career is non-existent. What's more embarrassing is that she worked with all these people and none of us could save her career.
I think that's super interesting because Chris Brown has been doing so many features in the past couple of years, all of which have flopped. Mm-hmm. He has not he has not like helped another artist on a song. I feel like his song with Chloe flopped.
Yeah. No one's helping his career at all. And all his top songs on Spotify are from people that he was a feature on that I don't even know. Yeah. Like they're trying to help him at this point. And maybe that's why he's aggravated again. So look out if you see fucking Chris Brown walking in the street. Yeah. Look out. He's in a bad mood. Yeah. But we're talking about this in the current state of Stan Twitter because people have a lot to say about this. Some people are on the women's side. Some people are on Chris Brown's side. And it's so crazy.
It was very divided, honestly, which surprised me because how could you be on his side? But
I know.
Whatever.
Like this was going majorly down on Twitter. This person said, I would rather be unknown than a known women abuser. True. So she's on Tinashe's side. This person said, we can name 5 crimes he's committed and we will be living. Absolutely. Then this person tweeted a picture. It is of Michael Jackson handing his crown off to Chris Brown. What?
The fact that someone made that, like, that's so funny.
Chris Brown would not even get a scrap of that crown if Michael Jackson were to break it on stage and throw it to a bunch of people like in Mean Girls. He wouldn't even get a scrap of that.
That's so demonic.
This person said, everybody after trying to name a Tinashe song and it's someone gravestone, they did a poll where it got 6,000 votes and it said pick one, Chris Brown or Tinashe, and Tinashe won. Yay! With 63% on Stan Twitter. So hell yes.
I wish I would have seen that. I would have voted.
This person said that's bold to say when most people only know him as Rihanna's ex rather than for his music. That is so true.
That is so true. That's basically like how he was even relevant in the first place. So
this person said Chris Brown peers are selling out world tours, charting on Billboard, crafting their legacy, and are in the headlines without controversy. Well, he is commenting on Stan Twitter to bash Tinashe. He's not that boy. Exactly.
He's not. He's clearly bothered by the situation. He's trying to be unbothered, but it's making him look extremely bothered.
He's at home right now like...
He is bothered by the pop girls, and he should be. He should be bothered by Tinashe.
His anger management coach is working overtime.
Yes.
He's in his room with him like, calm down, please.
He's really? Like, he's one of those Stan Twitters, like on their computer typing, like,
oh yeah,
very angrily.
I bet you he has like 15 burners. He's the one who tweeted the photo of Michael Jackson handing his crown to him. But the only thing his fans can actually say, which I have some tweets of on Stan Twitter, it says, y'all can't forgive and forget. No,
like literally no. When it comes to that, like, absolutely not.
Like if someone were to like get in one scrap one time with someone of their same sex, sure, that's fun. We can like forgive and forget that, but like not being like an abuser, we just can't forget that.
Yeah, especially if his behavior continued after that initial incident.
For sure. Yeah, I never really like listened to his songs. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I can't name any, so
I haven't heard him so long. So
do I even know? Let me look at his Spotify. I don't even know if like I know songs that he's like featured on.
Yeah, let me see if I have one liked song. Like, you know when you go to your like songs list on Spotify and you can search on a name.
I don't know any of these songs, to be honest.
I have over 2,000 songs. Like, let's see if one of them has Chris Brown on it.
I have 0 songs.
His song with Zendaya. I have something new. I love.
That's
that song,
the only
though.
Chris Brown song I know.
That's a great song.
Wait, how does the chorus?
New all night. Zendaya quit music after that because she was like, I just can't deal.
And even then, there was like so much tea with why that song like flopped and didn't become a hit. Which like I don't know if I should get into like everything because like we should probably like rack up this segment. But basically like he was being problematic. Was being shady towards Kehlani on the internet. Kehlani like came out and she was like talked about like her attempt to unalive herself. That Chris Brown was like shading her, saying that she was just doing for attention on social media. And then Zendaya like kind of like scrapped the promo from that song, and that's basically the reason why. Imagine
someone saying your attempt to unalive yourself was for attention for your career.
Yeah.
Crazy. Insane. It's always wackadoodle time with Chris Brown. I would never want to be in his mind, in his head. I love like the never ending photos of him at court in like different outfits. Like over the years.
What's Chris Brown gonna wear at court today?
Yeah. He can have a whole scrapbook. But yeah, that's the current state of Stan Twitter. I hope you're on the right side of history.
Yeah, Stan Tinashe, Stan Selena Gomez. Stream Tinashe's new album. We love her.
Ignore the duds.
Ignore the duds. Do not play around. Stream.
What's her new album called? Sorry.
It is called BB/Angel.
Oh, I love that.
So good. I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, the only thing I ate today was this Red Bull.
Wait, really?
And some Advil.
That's so skinny of you. You didn't eat anything today?
Oh no, I ate so much last night though.
Did you?
After I went home, I just accidentally ate a lot.
What'd you eat?
I tripped and fell onto like a whole bagel and like some pizza. It was so bad.
Oh
yeah. I tripped and
honestly, the food at Saddle Ranch yesterday was so good.
So good.
Like it was so good.
You guys, the manager at Saddle Ranch loves us.
Yeah, he gave us free gift cards yesterday, and we stand him.
He shows us all the videos of like celebrities who go there because he's like the paparazzi there. He showed us a video of Ariana Grande like singing karaoke on the like check-in desk.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Patty and I are like obsessed with Saddle Ranch right now. Like that's
we're so in our LA.
We're the people that
era.
Ariana was talking shit about a few years ago about people who go to Saddle Ranch. But no, we honestly just like love the food. It's so good. But
when Ariana said, "Did we all really have to go to Saddle Ranch that bad?"
Yeah,
we did.
We did. Absolutely necessary.
We're going there for mimosas this weekend. I'm so excited. Yeah. I like hotboxed it last week. We hotboxed it last week.
We hotboxed it. I forgot that we did that.
Okay. Speaking of Ariana Grande, should we get into Love Her Though?
Yeah, I guess since we mentioned her, we might as well get into Love Her Though.
Love Her Though. So this is a segment that's kind of based off of mine and Adam's like real life. Because whenever we talk shit about someone, like major shit, like we are pummeling on them. Like it is a tea fucking session.
Roasting them.
Yeah, like we fully talk shit about them for an hour, which I feel like is my worst fear. Like people just like sitting around talking shit about me for hours because I sometimes do that to people.
We do that, and then, but we're not like super mean about it. We always end our tea spilling sessions, our shit talking sessions with
Love her though. Like as long as you say like love her though, like that's like what the Christians do after they say the most hateful, evil shit. They're like, but in God's name.
Like, but we love God.
Yes, like then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, as long as we say love her though, it's okay. So this is what that segment is. We're going to express some grievances about a pop girl we truly love.
Yeah.
Like we really love.
We, like she's done some fucked up shit, but love her though.
We love her. So the honor of this, last time went to Doja Cat. This time it's going to Ariana Grande. I'm such an Ariana Grande stan. She's the background on my phone.
Yeah, love Ariana.
I love her, but she's going through some shit right now, and people keep bringing up her past too. So obviously there's the homewrecker slut accusations, and she just officially filed for divorce from her ex Dalton. They officially filed this week with Laura Wasser, the #1 celebrity lawyer. I would also love to hear her tea. She has all the fucking tea.
She knows everything.
The craziest fucking tea. Like,
you know, she goes home and she's like, do you want to know what happened? Like, do you want a secret?
Her tea is so hot, you need to like put it on ice before you drink it because it's boiling.
For real.
It needs to set.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they divorced. Their official date of separation was February 20th, which means Ariana Grande is not a homewrecker because she got with Ethan in May. Ethan's relationship was also over in May. So Lily J, the Who from Whoville, can go back to obscurity peacefully and rest easy. Well, Ariana Grande is with Ethan Slater. They moved in together. So maybe
did they actually?
Yeah, so maybe Ariana lives in the pineapple under the sea with SpongeBob.
They moved in together?
Also, me and Adam went to a gay club last night and the theme was SpongeBob.
Yeah, and Ethan Slater performed.
Yeah, his
SpongeBob drag.
Monologue of best day ever. It's
Ariana
the
was there
best day. Ariana was like, like touching herself to it. She got a wrist icicle that night. She rode Squidward's nose that night. His dick smaller than my toes. Yeah, smaller than my toes. His dick smaller than my toes. I'd rather ride Squidward's nose. That's such a good song. They played it at SpongeBob night.
We literally heard it. We were outside, and the second they played that song, we were like, we have to go inside.
Yeah, we were just talking, chatting, and then when the song played, we were like, oh.
It like only certain people can do that to us. It's Ava Max.
It's Ava Max.
Anytime like Patty and I can be like in a deep conversation with someone. We can be,
we run away. Like Adam can be in the bathroom and I can be outside, and we meet in the middle on the dance floor when Ava comes on. Like there is toilet paper in Adam's hand.
Or like
still.
if I'm like just like vibing by myself, like dancing or whatever, and like Patty's talking to someone and I hear Ava, I like grab Patty. I'm like, Patty, we have to go to the dance
conversation
floor.
is over. Like I could be like I'm making out with someone. He like grabs me by the back of my head. He's like, get on the dance floor right now.
I'm like, Patty, do you hear what's playing right now?
Literally. We will also like hold up signs like on our phone. We'll like write Ava Max on her phone for the DJ like every night.
We're literally like her promo team.
She owes us so much.
She does.
I'm kidding, girl. You know it's a thing. Stream her song in the Barbie album, but that also happens with Ariana Grande.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like side to side, break free.
And like the gay clubs love Ariana, so.
I know. They're really loving Yours Truly right now. I feel like I'm hearing a lot of that.
They love the way. Yeah.
Oh.
Last night, they played a few songs by Ariana. They played like Greedy.
Oh, yeah, they did play Greedy.
7 Rings.
She is a club classic.
Yeah.
I love her. But yeah, people like hate her right now. And people have been bringing up her past. So I think we should just like recount Ariana's scandalous past.
Yeah.
Obviously starting with the donut licking scandal. A lot of people in my comments, because I was defending her again. I'll defend her to the death of me. I would die for her. I mean, that's questionable, but I would die for Ariana Grande. People are bringing up her donut thing because they say now that she's being exposed for all this stuff, her licking a donut and saying she hates America makes sense now. And I'm like, excuse me, we have rehashed that in 2015. She had a point.
She ate that one thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like
she did not eat that donut.
she may have not fully eaten the donut, but she ate.
She said,
I understood her message. You know what I mean?
She said, I can't eat this, but how exciting is it to lick it? I don't think she's a bad person for licking that donut. And I think the food industry in North America is very toxic and preys on people. And there's literally labs that try to get you addicted to food. And she was just saying, like, she was such a vegan at that time.
Yeah.
She was like a earth.
I think her like actually licking a donut was like kind of demonic because like personally I wouldn't fucking do that. Like she could have said like her message without licking the donut.
I know.
I feel like that kind of contradicted her statement a bit too. It's like you're gonna say that, but you're gonna lick the donut. Like clearly it's like getting your attention. Like clearly like you want it a bit. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah, she was even like drawn in. She was trying to like repel her impulses to eat it. But what do you think was going on with her brain? She saw that donut and she was like,
oh, she's clearly on drugs.
I hate America. Like that was kind of demonic of her.
I mean, she was on drugs.
No.
Yes.
This isn't Justin and Selena.
So you think Ariana was 100% sober when she did that?
Yes. Okay, all due respect, she was with Ricky, not Pete or other boyfriends who may have liked drugs. She was with Ricky.
And how do you know Ricky didn't like drugs?
He just didn't outwardly do them like Pete did. She said Pete was always high.
I mean...
And like we're not going to disrespect Mac, but I'm sure he enjoyed weed too. I'm just saying like Ricky didn't seem like the type. I
don't know if I could believe that she was 100% sober.
And he was like an athletic professional. Like he was a dancer. Like he needed to be on his game. He was on her tour.
I feel like people like that are doing drugs all the time. You know what I mean?
Do you think Ricky...
They need a little high. They need to take some hits.
Do you think Ricky manipulated Ariana to be a bad person? Because Scooter Braun said when bad boyfriends leave, Ariana signed to him again. So he said there was some problems with Ricky.
Maybe that was it. Maybe she started doing the drugs when she was dating him.
Yeah, so this is Ricky's fault for that. So we're going to move on from that and just chuck it off to Ricky's fault. Let's go into another scandal she's in right now. People say with this whole drama of like Emma Roberts being a bully apparently on the set of American Horror Story and then Lea Michele being a bully on the set of everything she's ever been on. Obviously, those three girls were all in Scream Queens together, one of the most iconic shows. Mm-hmm. It came out 8 years ago yesterday.
It's been 8 years since Scream Queens.
I know.
8 years since literally like the best day of our lives when
I know.
When that first episode came out.
I was so excited. It's so weird seeing like your favorite shows like become like classics of the past.
Like almost to the point where it just has like a cult following at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I want it to come back so bad. Like looking back at it now, when I was 15, I was like, "This is the best show ever." But looking back at it now, I was like, "The show's not very good." But yeah. It's just so funny. Like it's still so funny, but the plot itself is not the best.
Yeah, it's just like the acting was like bad to the point where it was good. If that makes sense. Like
yeah,
like they just gave no fucks while doing it, and that's why I loved it.
To be fair though, like Ryan Murphy gave them the campiest, craziest script.
Oh, for sure. And in that sense that like they were good at making it camp.
The biggest icon in that show, deaf Taylor Swift, who got her head mowed off.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
How dare you forget about her? I never forget.
Chanel No. 5.
When deaf Taylor Swift died, that was my 9/11. I was so upset. You like Chanel No. 5?
She was the blonde one, right? Yeah, I liked her.
You give Chanel No. 5.
Huh? I mean, I like her, but I wouldn't want to give her.
It's giving cunt. What do you mean? It's giving Chanel No. 5.
JK. I mean, obviously, like, I like Chanel No. 1, Emma Roberts. She was so good in that show.
Nick Jonas played a gay character.
I forgot. Oh my! I literally need to rewatch.
He acted real well in that show.
That's all you're gonna say about that.
And that's that on that. But yeah, so people think Ariana Grande is now a bully because she steals husbands. She hates America. I'm sure other people have come out against her in the past. Yeah. Oh, Jeanette McCurdy was saying she was a bully on the set of Sam and Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Saying that like she intimidated her and would be so selfish and only talk about herself and her own career. Had no regard for Jeanette.
And hearing that like made me really mad because Jeanette's reasoning was like, it seemed like she was just mad that Ariana was like becoming a pop star and she was like going on tour, couldn't be on set, and it seemed like Jeanette was like mad that she didn't have that same
life,
like pop moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pop star moment, because she tried to be a music artist for a bit, but
and then she like deflected and was like, I don't even want to be a music artist, but like, girl, like you could never have been. I'm so sorry. Like Ariana didn't take that opportunity away from you. Yeah. You were just never gonna.
Jeanette could have told her story without making Ariana look bad.
Exactly. I wanted to like burn that book, and I'm so like, I'm obviously feel bad for her for what she went through with her mom, but everyone tries to write a book about Ariana Grande. Naya Rivera, icon, rest in peace, wrote about her in her book about being on the couch with Big Sean when they were still dating. Did Ariana ruin their relationship too? Cassie David wrote about Ariana Grande in her book. Oh, did Ariana steal Pete Davidson from Cassie David? So many people have just written books about her and trying to paint her out to be this horrible person. So the world like just is getting all these reasons to hate her.
I'd be so stressed by it if I were Ariana, because like everybody knows who she is. She's one of the biggest celebrities in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And for her to like, I feel like a home wrecking allegation is like kind of like rough. You know what I mean? Like I would not want to be looked at as a home wrecker.
Yeah, especially
it's
after...
just like, and I saw tweets about this too when this was going on with like the recent scenario with like Dalton Gomez and Ethan Slater. People were like, imagine like being called out as like not a girl's girl. And I feel like that's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. I think Ariana Grande is a girl's girl, and she's always has been. And these rumors of her being a homewrecker are completely false and made up because people can't stand that their man just didn't want to be with them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, Ariana, maybe she was holding the matches and the men were moths to a flame, but she didn't, you know, she's not an actress who's known for what she does on the mattress.
Interesting. Quoting T Swift, I see.
Yeah. Always quoting T Swift.
I feel like this Lover Though segment is interesting because you're like not really like bashing Ariana. You're just like defending her like of these scandals, and I'm like, well, she could be like in the wrong here, and you're like, nope,
no. I snuffed that out immediately.
Yeah.
Nope. We will not be having any conversations about that. But yeah,
love her though. I mean, she is kind of all over the place, but
what? I'm like, like when you like
me whenever you talk shit about Selena.
Yeah, we just like growl. Like,
we literally are the human personification of Stan Twitter in this sense, because Ariana and Selena stans hate each other on Stan Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. And so you're always like defending Ariana, and like I like Ariana, but I ride for Selena, and like you hate Selena. So
you ride for manipulation and bullying.
Yes, exactly. Always
quote that. Editor, please quote that part out. He admitted to.
And you ride for home wrecking.
No.
And
I ride for Ariana Grande. So even though the world hates her, we love her though.
Love her though. Love her music, honestly. Like I've been listening to her a lot lately. Love her.
I would be nothing without her. Like she literally raised me. Like I based my personality off of Ariana Grande when I was 13, and I never looked back.
Wow. And you were talking shit the other week about Sabrina Carpenter doing that. I just called you the fuck out.
I am Sabrina Carpenter. I am Madison Beer. I am Paige Neiman. I'm gonna start in OnlyFans and dress up like Ariana Grande.
You look exactly like her.
And show my pussy.
Your arse.
My arse. And do porn. I'm gonna do porn, show my arse.
Your porn debut as Ariana. Ariana.
I would be like Ariana Venti because I'm so big.
Ariana Venti.
Not Grande, but Venti. But yeah, we love her, and we would be nothing without her.
Yeah, she is the reason why we're smiling today.
I was trying to smile more in this episode.
So for our next segment here on the Main Pop Boys, we love to end our episodes by doing a little bit of something that's spicy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is called the Nonsense Outro, inspired by our queen, the icon, Sabrina Carpenter. Every time she performs her song Nonsense, she sings a different outro of the song, kind of makes it dirty sometimes. And so Patty and I, we thought might as well take our own little spin on that and make a dirty version of a Pop Girls song. And so today, do you want to say the song that we're singing?
The person who gets the honor of being our dirty nonsense outro is Olivia Rodrigo's Bad Idea, Ray. Last week we did Selena Gomez's Boyfriend. Instead of I Want a Boyfriend, it was called I Want a Dab Pen. So this week it will be called, instead of Bad Idea, Ray, it's called Fucking Him Tonight.
Which is basically, it's pretty much the same meaning.
Same
exact meaning of what, she was doing with the song, but we're just like spicing it up a bit.
We're just more real about it.
Yeah, we're letting it all out there. No filter.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the debut of the Main Pop Boys' new single. This is the third song on our EP. Fucking Him Tonight. Do you want to start?
You can start.
Okay.
Unless you want me to.
Haven't had sex in a couple of months and you're active right now and I'm all fucked up.
You're tapping my phone. You're pretty close. Only 300 feet from my phone.
And I'm right here, not even on prep, but you just sent me your new address.
Not even douche, but condoms I got them. So God, I just want a bottom.
My brain goes, can't hear my thoughts. I cannot hear my thoughts. Like blah, blah. Should probably not. I should probably not. Fucking him tonight. It's a bad idea, right?
Fucking him tonight. He has chlamydia, right?
Fucking him tonight. It's a bad idea, right?
Fucking him tonight. Fuck it, it's fine.
Yes, I know that we just met.
But I just want to have some sex.
Fine, I'll only give him head.
Biggest lie I ever said.
Yes, I know that we just met.
I really want to have some sex.
His STDs will get me sick.
Just tripped and fell onto his dick.
That was good.
So good.
That was my favorite one yet.
I know. I think that'll be like the single that we promote from the EP.
For sure. We ate that up.
We did. Go stream. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, we're so funny. Okay, well, you're welcome for that. And you're welcome for this episode. And make sure to tune in next week to hear our new nonsense outro. Next week, we should probably talk about Lizzo getting canceled and then coming back from the dead. Oh, yeah. That failed cancellation. We definitely need to give more updates about why Selena Gomez is a big problem in the industry.
Hey.
And we'll probably talk more shit about like Ariana Grande and stuff. So
yeah,
because we love her. But until next time, make sure to subscribe.
Follow us on our short form platforms at Patty Pop Culture, at Adam the Flop.
Did we say subscribe? Also, if this video gets 10,000 views, I know we're like shooting for the stars, but if this video gets 10,000 views, we'll wear costumes next time.
Yeah, we'll wear costumes and we'll get drunk.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, we'll
probably be drunk already.
We'll be drunk anyway.
Let's be fucking real,
yeah.
But...
Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Love y'all.
See you next week.
See ya.